What's up, Caps fans? Sorry I've been away for a little while. I don't want to really get into my personal life too much, but we'll just say that I've been pretty busy the last week. And my dad, who normally does the Precap videos with me, is on a business trip right now in Phoenix, and he actually might be able to go to a couple Phoenix games. Sorry, Arizona games. Anyway, the Caps came back from a California road trip. They were 1-1-1, which was a little less than what we were expecting to get out there. We had a pretty good win against the Ducks. It seems like we always play well against the Ducks. We got guys like Precap, who always seems to get a point in some way against them. Philip Grubauer won last year during the Father's trip out there. We just play well against them. And plus, it kind of helped that they were the first team on our trip, even though we only had a one-day break between that game and the last game before the travel. And we had a pretty crazy comeback against the Kings. It looked like all was lost going into the third period, down 3-0, but we still managed to squeak out a point from there. Obviously you want that overtime win or, even better, a regulation win. But when you're down 3-0 going into the third, I'll take a point any day. And we always seem to manage to struggle in the Shark Tank, so I don't even want to talk about that game. So the Caps have the Canes tomorrow night at Verizon Center. It's always a fun matchup between these two metropolitan rivals. I'm going to be at the game. It's always fun seeing a bunch of Canes fans there. There's a lot of friendly heckling going on. There's no real animosity in between the two squads, even though I feel like we might be one of the Canes' biggest rivals. And even though they made the trade to Eric Stahl to the Rangers, they're actually playing pretty well lately. Their record in the last 5 games is 3-0-2. Even though they had a pretty weak month of February, it looks like they got a little fire lit under their ass now. And we should be pretty well rested. The guys have had 2 days after the road trip to get back. I know some people are saying, oh, jet lag, something or other, whatever. It doesn't really affect these guys that much. I mean, maybe it does. I'm not an NHL player. So we've been seeing a lot of the same old with the Caps. There's the shitty first period, okay, we're kind of collecting ourselves second period, and then oh crap, we're in panic mode third period, with the exception of the Sharks games, of course, where we completely shit the bed in the third period. But something interesting happened during the morning skate today. So the first line's Ovi, Backstrom, and Beagle. Last time Beagle's on the first line was back in the Oates era, during that March where Ovi had almost no point production, but Backstrom wasn't on the line, so maybe they're trying to get a tough guy and a fast guy like Beagle to just park himself in front of the net and finish up plays. I have noticed with our top line, when it's the Ovi, Oshie, Backstrom line, they try to get a little too cute with each other. There's a lot of fancy-looking passes, but not a lot of play generation, and a lot of the point generation actually comes from the second line because of that. Which raises another point of discussion, because right now our second line looks like Kuzi centering Burakovsky and TJ Oshie. Now this one's interesting because I see Justin Williams as a guy that finishes a lot of Kuznetsov's plays. He knows where to be. He's very good at hammering the puck home. He's pretty strong. I'm not saying Oshie's not any of these guys, but he's not really used to playing with Kuzi yet. And so that means Justin Williams is on line 3, and I don't know how I feel about that yet. See, he's going to be with Chimmer and Mojo, so it's a really, really hot third line. It looks like we've got 2 first lines and 1 second line right now. And then the fourth line is going to be Richards centering Winnick and Wilson. So someone was listening when I said we really need to shake it up. I'm pretty optimistic about this. This seems like a very interesting shakeup because I was convinced by the beginning of the season that Oshie and Williams are perpetually going to be first and second line guys. And seeing Williams on the third line, that kind of does something to the chemistry of the team. I see that we have 3 power lines now that can really generate points, and we've got a grinding fourth line that can really wear the opposition down. And the more I think about this, the more I really like this. This is going to be a good game. So anyway, I'm predicting that the Caps are going to blow the Canes out of the water. I'm going to guess 5-1 with Holtby in net. I'm going to guess Ovi's going to get 2 goals, and I'm going to guess Beagle's going to get a goal on the top line. We really have to win a game by more than 1 goal at this point. And maybe losing by 3 to the Sharks kicked us in gear. So anyway, until next time, let's go Caps!